Salespeople often generate lots of heat, but little light. They madly rush around trying to meet new clients and then squander their efforts through their poor follow-up. How long have we had salespeople finding new buyers? Forever. So why haven't we all become legends of follow-up? What are we doing wrong? Welcome back to this weekly edition every Monday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author of two books, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minatoku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas of success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we can be at the forefront. We can be at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 137, Follow-Up Sales Hell. And I would like to take you through that hell today. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Time is of the essence. Patience is a virtue. Worthy aims, but sometimes we mix these aspirations up in sales. We are not moving quickly enough and miss the chance. At other times, we are impatient and we force the issue when we should be more stoic and considered. We lose on both counts whenever we confuse what we should actually be doing with what we are doing. Being too slow usually relates to making contact or following up after making the initial contact. We meet the people at an event, receive a bunch of meishi business cards, and then we get sidetracked by something else, usually a bright, shiny object. Days float by, and when we realize we haven't followed up with the people we met, the best timing window has been missed. There is an advantage in getting back to people we have had a preliminary conversation with fairly promptly while the occasion is fresh in their mind. As the days drift by, the ease of giving us the bum's rush increases. They can choose to ignore our contact attempt, be it phone or email, or they are just genuinely busy, and don't get around to responding. We don't know which is the case, but we usually assume the former. Once upon a time, it was considered the height of rudeness to not return a phone call. In the early days of email, everyone would reply. Not anymore. In Japan, trying to get through on the phone to people is always difficult because they're always away from their desk and in a meeting. We are reduced to leaving a message. What does that look like at their end? Maybe a nothing, as the person taking the call chooses to do nothing, despite their promises to let them know we called. Maybe a scrap of paper is plunked down on their desk, scattered amongst a million other papers soon to disappear from view and relevance. If the contact is by email, then the tsunami of daily messages pushes our little missive down the chronological chain before we get buried in that great archive called the unread lower reaches of the inbox. We get ignored and now face the dilemma of how often to follow up. If we keep pushing, we can become annoying. But at precisely which point is that? The second, third, or fourth follow-up? Maybe the lack of a response is their subtle way of telling us they're not interested. It is easier to ignore supplicants than directly telling them to buzz off. Maybe they are just busy. Hard to know which is which. In my case, I make it 3 times for follow-up. I always copy the previous email I sent into the new one to show I reached out to you, but you have not responded. Find out more. We come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. Does it always work? No. But at least I felt I haven't blotted my copybook by becoming a pushy pain. I have to be patient. I have to play the long game. This sounds easy, but there are weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual targets to meet. There is the ever-present urgency of the now. The other danger of patience is not to pair it with good follow-up systems. Today, lack of response reflects today's situation, but things change inside markets and companies. We tend, though, to keep moving. We hit up the next prospect and reignite the process all over again. Those who we met who didn't respond now silently disappear into the morass of the daily grind and get quickly forgotten. If it is a no or a non-response today, and if we follow up in a month, the situation probably won't have changed sufficiently to yield us a better result. If we leave it for 12 months, there is the danger that our competitor has slipped in there and plumbed the perfect timing to make contact because the prospect situation has changed. We need to be getting back to them somewhere in the 6 to 9 month zone. Patience is having a good calendar system to flag that follow-up is needed and when it is needed. We need to be action-oriented, but we need to do it in a patient fashion. Saying this sounds so smooth and easy, yet I know myself. The discipline to have that and maintain such a system, to do this whole thing is extremely difficult, especially in a busy life, hounded by targets and milestones and deadlines. In sales, we are enthralled by the now. What is happening today takes up all of our attention and time. We are adrenaline junkies, loving the thrill of the deal, the urgency of the action, the vibrant seizing of the moment. By comparison, storing things away for the distant future is a rather foreign, unattractive, boring idea. So, we need to be better organised to take quick action on the immediate follow-up. If we get no traction, we need to be really well disciplined to get back to the prospect and follow up. Easy to say, but hard to do. Regardless, we have to do better in these two areas if we want to be successful. Remember, if we believe that we are representing the product, service will help the client to grow their business, then we have an obligation to keep following up. In these circumstances, we should never be shy about recontacting the customer. Yes, we are interrupting them, but we are doing it for all the right reasons and in their best interest. So, let's get out there and follow up. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. It is awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how the show has helped and what other topics you are interested in for me to cover. Remember, I am here as a free resource to help you, so just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows for podcasts. Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, podcast version. Tuesday we have the Presentations Japan series. Wednesdays we have the Sales Japan series. Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show. Now you get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, on Fridays I release my other show, the other TV show, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and I do that on YouTube. In episode 138, we are talking about how to control your attitude. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. I've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.